What's up? What's up? What's up? Cayman Wolf, the decrepit gamer here. Guys, XReal Games literally just minutes ago dropped an announcement on their Discord that they've released patch number 3. And so I came right here to my OBS to bring you guys the patch notes. And literally this was just minutes ago. So I haven't read through these things myself. So we're going to take a look at them and read through them together and see what XReal Games has got for us in terms of Zero Caliber 2. Okay, so here we are on the website with the patch notes, and let's see, we've got patch number 3 here, and let's just see what they've got to say. Hey everyone, how's it going? We're back with yet another Zero Caliber 2 patch. Originally we called it patch 2.5, but we packed in so many fixes, tweaks, and improvements that it outgrew itself, warranting a full integer update. Okay, as always, most of these fixes and improvements are based on your feedback, so keep them coming. And since this patch contains significant weapon handling difficulty and death animation changes, we'd love to hear if we're going in the right direction. We're making the game for you, after all. Now buckle up, these patch notes won't read themselves. Okay, they won't read themselves, but your friend Cayman Wolf, the decrepit gamer, will read them for you. Okay, so let's look at the TLDR here real quick. We made significant changes to weapon handling and holster behavior, further improved the AI behavior and increased the game's difficulty, fixed weapon stats, added more death animations and ragdoll, graphically enhanced more than 25 attachments, further increased scope resolution, further improved the game's performance and stability, nerfed explosives in PvP, improved the texture quality all around, and fixed countless bugs and improved just as many things. Okay, so let's just go through these one by one. I do have some thoughts on some things that they just said there, but let's see if let's go through them one by one, and I'll bring those up on the specific patch note. Weapons. Massive weapon recoil and damage rebalance. All weapons should now feel more realistic. I felt that the weapons already felt very realistic, but more realistic is better. More is better. Massive attachment rebalance. Applying attachment should now have more impact on your weapons. Decreased pistol recoil and smoothing. Using pistols should feel much better now. Okay, so smoothing is that thing, and I've brought this up in a couple of my past videos, but smoothing is that thing that sort of smooths out the unsteadiness in the human hand when you aim. I guess you could say it's sort of an aim assist, but the downside of it is as you move your weapon, when you aim down sights of a weapon and that smoothing kicks in, and as you move from one target to another, the smoothing will actually slow the animation down, and that affected a number of scopes and sights, and I brought that up to them, and they fixed most of them in the last patch, but there's still a couple that were affected, and I hope that they've been fixed in this patch. We'll see if they specifically mention that, but I will test that later. Tweak to the pre-order PPSH41 variant. Its stats should now be identical to the base PPSH41. Increased damage output for the FN SCAR. Oh, I already love the SCAR, man, so that's good. That makes it even better. Fixed an issue with the M249's mag. Previously, it was difficult to grab it. I haven't experienced that, but I'm sure that that's going to, anybody that likes that gun, I'm sure that that's going to decrease a lot of their frustrations. Decreased enemy reaction time. Enemies should now react much quicker. Increased difficulty on hardened and veteran. Decreased player health and increased enemy accuracy. Okay, hardened is what I've been playing my Rookie to Renegade series on, so we'll see. I've still got one more episode to make of that, so we'll see very soon how that affects the hardened difficulty. Decreased recovery time on veteran. You'll regenerate health much slower. Increased elite enemy health 1.5 times. Half again more health for elite enemies. Increased boss enemy health 1.5 times, so half again more health for boss enemies. You can now use the syringe to revive your downed teammates. The syringe can now be used on hands and arms if you have full body turned on. Previously, you could only apply it to your body. I thought that I had used that on my arms as well. Maybe they mean only after you die. I don't know. Using the syringe will now give you 4 seconds of protection. Okay, that's good, because usually when you're using that thing, it's because you've just been in the middle of a bunch of crap. Barricades should now be able to be destroyed from both sides. Yeah, I ran into that issue myself in a recent mission. I edited it out of the gameplay video, but I ended up really scratching my head on why I couldn't destroy the barricade until I went around to the other side. Increased zipline speed. Zipline trolleys should now return automatically to the starting point in co-op. I haven't played co-op yet, but I bet that caused people some annoyance. Fixed a progression exploit. Previously, it was possible to amass millions of XP in a mission, breaking progression. Added a little tooltip to the hardcore option in co-op session settings. Fixed an issue on Saltbreak City where you could pick up a key card prematurely. Okay, those little bug fixes are nice. Haven't experienced most of those. Most people probably haven't experienced most of those, but now they've been fixed, so we never will. So that's good. Graphics. Okay, so I just skimmed over these, and I'm not going to read each one of these because they're just, overall, they're just graphical fixes. There's a couple here that kind of stand out. One is they decreased laser sight visibility. That's probably particularly relevant in PvP. Decrease the size of red dots in the distance. If that is what I think it is, then that's probably affecting the size of the actual red dot in your sight, which can occlude targets and make it difficult to aim with those things if you're engaging a target at too great of a distance. Okay, Quest 3 users have got a new brightness adjustment option in the settings. Controls and UI. Fixed an issue where previously unlocked weapon skins appeared as locked after an update. If you still experience issues, send us an email and we'll help to get them back. Fix the weapon statistics display on the loadout selection screen. It should now reflect stat changes correctly when applying the attachments to weapons. Improved weapon holster priority. Holstering your guns and equipment should now be even smoother. Okay, that's good because, well, I'll tell you one thing, they had an issue with the back holster and I could not get things to go in my back holster a lot of times. And they fixed that with the last patch and that got a lot better, but it's still a little janky and hopefully they've made it even better. And I do have issues a lot of times with dropping my weapons when I try to holster them. It's not bad. It's definitely not Blade and Sorcery bad, but it could have used some improvement and I think they did, so that's good. Tweaked weapon holster range. It should be easier to throw your weapons away. Okay, thank God. Improved climbing mechanics. The game now prioritizes the ladder over your holstered weapons to avoid misgrabs. Okay, that's great. Had an issue where I dropped a grenade on myself climbing down a ladder. Improved climbing mechanics. It should now be much easier to step up to the top of ladders. Okay, that's a good one. Added an auto step up option to the settings. Turn it on if you don't want to bother with climbing. I wonder if that means it automatically steps up to the top of the ladder when you reach the top, or when you get to a ladder, if you grab it, it just takes you immediately to the top. I don't know. We'll test that. Fixed an issue where it was possible to remove pins from grenades when putting them into your holster. Never encountered that, but that's a fixed grenade force pull. Previously, you couldn't grab the grenades that you threw. Multiplayer. Decreased explosive weapon damage output to avoid grenade rocket launcher spam. I'm assuming that's talking specifically about PvP. Slightly increased time to kill. Increased player health. Improved server stability. Okay, that's a good set of patch notes there. What's next? Now that patch 3 is out, we'll start preparing the first content update. It will still contain many fixes and improvements as well as further Quest 3 visual upgrades, but it will also have new weapons to spice things up, currently expected to go live towards the end of September. In any case, stay tuned. If you run into any technical issues, get stuck on a map, or experience anything peculiar, please contact us directly instead of throwing a 1 or 2 star review at the game. We're getting back to everyone as soon as humanly possible, and it's so much easier to assist you if we can communicate with you directly. We also reply to reviews, but direct communication is much more efficient. Okay, guys, I think that's a great set of patch notes. I love how responsive these devs at XReal Games are to their community. That's rare in this day and age with corporate game developers and publishers in the state that they are. Kudos to XReal Games, sincerely. These guys are not only top-notch developers, but they are excellent when it comes to communicating with their community. So I have one more episode of the Zero Caliber 2 Rookie to Renegade series, where I'm going through the entire campaign, training to completion, sight unseen. So I'm on the last mission. That will be dropping very soon. I think I will play that one tonight, and I'll probably take that as an opportunity to do a little patch testing. There's a few things that I'm really keen on testing, a few things that have kind of plagued me during the creation of my Rookie to Renegade content. So anyway, guys, I'm glad to have brought you these patch notes. If you get benefit from it, please remember to do these things here. I appreciate you guys very, very much, and we'll see you next time. This is Cayman Wolf, the Decrepit Gamer, reminding you that you are never too old to game, and my friends, I am out.
The Decrepit Gamer, don't you give me no ass.